And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. Start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery returning to the space station.
This is a journey.
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Harry Washington, and this show, those who are new to the show, this show is brought to you by Pursuing a Dream Corporation. And Pursuing a Dream Corporation is a nonprofit organization based in Maryland that encourages students to want to pursue degrees and careers in areas of science, technology, engineering, and math. And to that end, we have two guests from the United States Department of Agriculture. We're joined by Ms. Michelle Jordan Hedgeman and Mr. Raseel Folks. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Now, Michelle, how long has this program been in existence?
Well, the USDA has always had interns working, whether it's fall, spring, or summer. But within the last 2 years, at the departmental level, we have centralized the program. We now have a formal student employment program.
And when you say a formal student program, what does that mean?
Meaning that we centralize the efforts of our 17 mission areas and agencies to collectively know what students they're looking to hire, and sometimes we have thousands of students that we bring on. So we try to have the same format and have the same guidance that's put out from the departmental level on how best to have the internship program be administered and maintained.
Okay. And Raseel, what prompted USDA's need for this program, and explain its mission for our viewers?
Okay, yes. With OPM predictions, they predict that 50% of the government workforce is retirement eligible. We here at USDA have over 100,000 employees nationwide, with a high percentage of these employees eligible for retirement as well. We would like to create a diverse pool of students to train, develop, and backfill these missions once these individuals retire from the workforce.
Okay. Now, when you say diverse pool, now what does that mean when you say diverse pool?
Diverse pool, we're talking different race, national origins, Hispanics, Asians, the different cultures.
Okay. Now, Michelle, describe the program and tell us how it operates.
The program is run centralized through the department via the departmental management, the Office of Human Resource Management.
Okay.
And we have guidance and direction where we administer to the 17 mission areas and agencies on how the program is run.
Okay.
The program is run through our our student employment program manager, Ms. Wendy Carrasco, and she has a team of about 17 individuals who are the student employment program coordinators who will work together to administer the program and set the guidance and the tone for the placement of interns and for setting the students into entry-level employment opportunities.
Okay. Now, when you mention entry-level employment opportunities, now give the viewers an idea. What are entry-level opportunities? What does that look like?
Any entry-level position consists of those that are in the federal government, for those that are newly employed, who may be coming to the government just with book knowledge and or with 1 or less years of experience.
Okay. Okay. Now, Raseel, how can students gain admission to this program? Because it seems like a wonderful program. Students can benefit from it. So how can viewers know how to gain admission to this?
Okay, students can submit applications to our USDA, student portal, which can be found on our website.
Okay.
The student portal is an online database system which allows hiring managers and student employment program coordinators the opportunity to view and select these students to fill various positions.
Okay.
Students submit the applications. We receive applications from students, high school students, graduate students, and undergraduate students as well. And again, like I said, they apply on the website.
Okay. Is it the only method to apply is through the website?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how often is the program advertised?
The program is advertised year-round.
Okay. Oh,
and we also select students year-round. However, the bulk of the students come during the summer months.
Okay.
And the student selection is based on the agency's needs at the time and funding.
Okay. All right. So give us an idea for this past year. What was the selection process?
Selection process or the number of students? Selection process?
Number of students. What kind of positions were they in?
We have all across the board: science, science, technology, engineering, mathematical, administrative, HR,
IT.
IT.
Right.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of duties? What kind of jobs do they perform? The students.
The students work from 20 to 40 hours a week
Oh, excellent.
for 6 to 8 weeks during the summer months when funded.
Okay.
They work on things right with supervisors, and they're making a difference in whatever capacity that they're working in. So we try to give students just an administrative focus.
Okay.
They're making decisions, they're creating documents, they're using Microsoft Office and PowerPoint, and making our presentations very stellar, and helping us with our normal daily work in the professional level.
Excellent, excellent. How successful do you think the program has been?
The program has been very successful. We have thousands of students nationwide, not just in DC, but nationwide. And it's our pipeline and our resource to give students a chance to work for us, whether they're paid or non-paid, or like volunteering, so they can audition and to be remembered by their supervisor if and when a position becomes available.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So, I mean, high school students as well as college students have something to look forward to in your program.
Yes.
Well, Michelle, let me ask you this. What's the ideal student? What does the ideal student look like for your program?
Well, for our program, we think at USC it's never too young to start looking at students. Historically, you know, for LeBron James Middle School, people were looking at him.
Right.
Tiger Woods Elementary School. It's never too young to get a young person involved in the sciences and on what we do at USDA, because we do more than just agriculture.
Right.
We have a lot of positions that we have for nurses, for pilots, for doctors, for firefighters, along with the traditional STEM positions in animal sciences, biology, chemistry, engineering, mathematics, forestry, and we do have some positions that we called to support the mission that are not STEM related. They are professional, administrative, they're technical, they're clerical, and they're other. IT specialists, HR specialists, accountants, finance people. So we're looking for a full gamut of positions and a full gamut of careers that the students can start studying now to get a future internship opportunity at the USDA.
So now, if a student selected, give us an idea, what's that process? If a student selected, what happens from there?
Well, normally we have hiring managers. If they have their money situated and funded, they will put in a job description on what type of student they're looking for and how long they want the position to last. We at least try to give young people a learning experience of at least 6 weeks or more. Our portal, which is open all the time, is a repository or a place where students can put in their resumes to be held for at least 6 months at a time. When an open vacancy comes up, the hiring manager can match the student, or if an opening appears, then the student can see the job advertised and apply before the position closes.
Excellent.
Whether paid or unpaid, and some of the volunteer positions can be as young as 14 years old.
Now, so identify, what are the benefits for students participating in this program?
Career exploration opportunity, to give the student opportunity to take their academic classroom learning and apply it in the real workforce. In addition to that, it gives the students the opportunity to take a look at the agency, see how the agency operates, and say, hey, is this an agency I'm interested in working in? And also it gives the hiring manager the opportunity to assess that student as well.
Now, I guess the question to both of you, what advice would you give to students who are pursuing careers in STEM?
We encourage students to focus on their science, all the sciences, and engineering, and their math, to find an internship where they can take their book knowledge and apply on the job. And for those individuals who are studying, at least you can get an idea of where you want to go and what sciences to hone in on. And or if you get a list of our 900 jobs that we have nationwide, you can see what jobs we have to offer and see how you need to study certain things in order to put yourself in the right position to get that job or that internship.
Excellent, excellent. Now, final words, what else would you say to students applying for your program?
And to piggyback on Michelle, I would say students need to know exactly what it is they want to do. You have to know where you want to go and what your goals are in life.
Excellent. And with that being said, I thank our guests again, Ms. Jordan Hedgeman, as well as Mr. Folks, and we'll be back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Harry Washington, and we're joined today by guests from the Washington Suburban Sanitary Commission. I'm joined by Ms. Yvonne McKinney as well as Mr. Brian Mosby. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, what's the primary mission, Yvonne, of Washington Suburban Sanitary Commission?
Well, I can give it to you in the words that we have in our mission statement, but then I will just try to explain it to you. Our mission is to provide safe, reliable water and we say it's life's most precious resource, and it is,
Right.
to our customers, the 1.8 million residents that we served, all in a financially, ethically, responsible and environmentally responsible way, and then to return the water that comes and we collect back from those clients back to the environment, actually cleaner and better than the way it actually came to them. So in essence, we want to make sure that when people expect that water to come out the tap or come out of any of the apparatus, that it's there for them, that it is clean,
Okay.
they can depend on it, and they rely on us to do that. So that's really what we're all about.
And make sure they don't call you guys because the water's not working right.
Hopefully not.
Well, describe some of the educational initiatives of WSSC, and also are they even tailored towards high school students?
Well, we have a number of initiatives actually, and I don't know that I would always consider them educational, but certainly people learn from those. We have a group of employees that go into the middle schools and high schools to do mentoring programs. We also have some activities that go on annually. Our Children's Water Festival, where actually the schools in the two counties, which are Montgomery County and Prince George's County, that we serve, actually compete to be able to attend that. And our employees put together a lot of different simulations. We teach them about the environment. We teach them about the things that we have to do and how we can be responsible citizens and making sure that the water supply will be viable water supply for us in the future. We also have a number of other activities that we do in the community to educate our customers and our consumers about what it is that we do at WSSC and about the different opportunities there and why they are important to us and how each and every one of them can help do their share to make sure that the water supply is going to be a viable water supply in the future. We provide scholarships that we actually are on the hunt for people that really want to, number one, receive funding from WSSC to help them go to college, and then hopefully to be an intern with us during the summer months, and then to later on become an employee with us. So we do a lot of different things in those particular areas.
So there are opportunities for interns to become permanent employees?
Oh yes, there certainly. We're really preparing them actually as they go through internships with us to at least have a job in our industry, but most especially to be able to come back to WSSC in an entry-level job to work for us.
And in terms of like backgrounds, what particular educational background would you have to apply to WSSC?
Well, actually, Mr. Washington, that depends upon the job. We have jobs in the trades. We also have jobs that are very specialized within the different normal functions that a business would have, such as finance. So there's accounting clerks. There are people that provide services to the customers, customer representatives. We also have engineers. We have people that do project management for construction. So we need everything from a high school diploma at minimum, or GED, to trade school education, to college educations, undergraduate, and even to graduate degrees in different specialty areas.
No, so Brian, give us, what's a day like for you at the waste management plant?
Well, for me, I work at the wastewater treatment plant here in in Upper Marlboro. It's called the Western Branch Wastewater Treatment Plant. A typical day for me would be to make sure that I first get a handle on what's going on for the day. So that involves a lot of emails, meetings, and phone calls, and making sure that I make sure that we see what's going on. To run a wastewater treatment plant, you need a variety of skills. You need to work with a lot of different employees. We have mechanics, electricians, technicians, operators, engineers, admin professionals. So combining all of those skill sets together and just making sure that we return that clean water back to the environment. So Yvonne, describe some of the STEM careers that you have at WSSC.
Okay, well, Brian's job is one of them. He mentioned the technicians and everything. And while we talk about administrative people and technicians, all of those people need to have good reading comprehension skills. They need to have good math skills. A lot of times even our folks who we think of as more skilled labor and unskilled labor, we have people that work as grounds people. They still need to have good math skills, so if we tell them to put something 3 feet and 7 inches from someplace that they can accurately measure that. We, of course, have the finance jobs that need excellent math skills and reading skills. We have people who are technical writers and project managers. We have engineers. We have civil engineers, hydraulic engineers. What are some of the other engineers? Structural engineers. Thanks, Brian. So all those people really have to have good science as well as math skills, and of course they come with that engineering background. We have environmental scientists. So you need to know biology. You need to really be steeped in that. We have a laboratory where we have chemists. So you need the sciences again. So you have the natural sciences as well as the structural sciences. Even in my job as a human resource professional, I came up through the ranks. One of the first things that I remember someone asking me was, well, what is your turnover rate? And I'm thinking, wow. And as you asked the question about what are some of the jobs, I have to use math every day in everything that I do. In estimating how long will it take to actually get work done, how long will it take to fill a job, what's the rate of return and the return on investment, how long will it take us to get the return on the investment of training somebody back. All those things involve numbers. It involves critical thinking. And so the engineering and the science and the math really teach you how to do those things. A good solid foundation for a student to have would be in math and in science, so then they can really move on into the technology pieces, because again it takes that critical thinking, the logical thinking, the process thinking, all of those things all of us do on a day-to-day basis, even the administrative assistants and secretaries in the office. So who do I need to refer this to? Why do I need to do it this way? How do I do it this way? How do I make even small process improvements in the job that I do every single day? So it's all of our jobs, basically.
Excellent. So Brian, give our viewers an idea. What's been the journey been for you? Because you have an engineering background, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. For me, I'm from Gary, Indiana, and I came here to go to Howard University. My major was civil engineering. I wanted to become an engineer, and originally I wanted to be an architectural engineer, but Howard didn't offer that at the time. So I chose environmental engineering, not really knowing what that meant. So one thing I would encourage engineering students to do is to take those internships and those co-ops. It's important to know exactly what you're going to do, because engineering is such a broad field. If you're not careful, you can be doing something that you didn't intend on doing. For me, I was fortunate enough to have a co-op. And a co-op is basically a program where you sit out of school and you work within your field for about 6 months. And I did that. And I did that in project management, and I realized that I did not want to do project management after doing it for 6 months. So I actually chose to do environmental engineering. And at that time, it was 1993. A representative from HR from WSSC came to Howard University at a career fair, and they asked me to sit down and interview. And I interviewed for the job, and I didn't think I was going to get it, but they ended up calling me back in. So I graduated from Howard in May of '94, and I started working at a wastewater treatment plant in June of '94. So
what was your first job?
It was my first job out of college, and I've been here for 18 years.
What did you do though as your first job?
My first job was civil engineer. That was my title. They don't even have that title in the production team at WSSC anymore. Wastewater plants.
What actually propelled you to want to apply to WSSC?
Well, again, they were at the career fair, and my major was environmental engineering, so I knew I wanted to do something that involved, making the environment a better place. So WSSC is a water and wastewater utility, so it was a perfect fit from my perspective. Working in wastewater has been a very rewarding thing, because when you really think about it, wastewater is the last bridge between us and disease and civilized society. We're that last barrier between making sure that public health is preserved. So for me, the journey's been great. Once I started working at WSSC, I did things that I didn't expect to be doing. I learned things that I didn't expect to learn. And I was fortunate enough to be in a company that has a very family type environment. So, people are very nurturing. It's not like a cutthroat corporate environment. People are very, very helpful, and we do a lot of things like this, like community involvement and making sure that we, kind of reach back out to the community and let them know what we do.
All right, and I guess this is in terms of our wrap up. What advice would you give to students who are entering the workforce?
I would say diversify and get involved.
Okay.
That's one thing that you want to do, especially in a large organization. It's important that you get out there and to know what your organization is about.
Okay.
Once you know that, then you can kind of see where you want to tailor your career.
Okay.
Because your first job may not be the job that's the perfect fit for you. But once you get involved in different activities and you get out there and you know what's going on, you can kind of start to get a better feel for where you want to lead and guide your career.
No problem. Yvonne, what advice would you give?
Study hard and do your real homework while you're in school. And when I say that, I mean understand all the different careers that are available to you. Contact an organization and ask teachers, who can we get to come and talk to us about jobs in different areas?
Right.
But focus on academics, but as Brian said, look for other opportunities to do service, because we look for people who've done community service. We want you to be sure that you want to be involved in certain types of things. So good grades, studying in the math and the sciences is real important to us. And ask for mentors and tutors out of the corporate environment and out of organizations too. You never know, one of your neighbors might be willing to just sit down one day and just take you under their wing. So, reach out to people and let people know you're interested.
Good point. Good point. We'd like to thank our guest, Ms. McKinney, as well as Mr. Mosby, for joining us. We'll be back. Welcome back. I'm your host, Harry Washington, and you're joining us on the Launchpad. Today, we're joined by the founder of Making It Happen. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Mr. Davis, what inspired the name Making It Happen?
The name was inspired by basically my life. I had a lot of obstacles in life. And sometimes, it seems like there's no way, you can't see a way out of your problem or how to solve it. So then you got to make one.
Now, what's the mission of Making It Happen?
Making It Happen's mission is, there's a scripture I was reading when I first started the organization, and it stated, without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. And so Making It Happen strives to be a source of counsel and support for the community and the youth of our communities.
And when you mentioned youth, now, what population do you serve? What age range?
All ages, from pre-K to 12th grade.
And what are some of your current initiatives or activities that you're sponsoring?
We have a program called Tag Team, where we provide interns and volunteers for first-year teachers to help assist in their classrooms and things like that. We developed an in-school suspension program, because you shouldn't get a vacation for acting up.
Right, exactly, good point.
And we also have after-school mentoring and tutoring programs and music lessons and dance classes and things like that. We also have a program called Fallen Angels, where we work with teenagers struggling with drug abuse and things like that. We have a program called the Misfit Safe House, which just is an environment for kids to come and just make good memories and experience life, whether we're going to trips or doing plays or putting on musical shows. Just a safe haven for kids to come and be kids.
Excellent, excellent. Now, what do students gain from participating in your program?
They get a support system. And just someone and a community behind them. We have kids come to us and with various dreams and ideas and passions, and it's my mission and the organization's mission to help them accomplish those dreams.
Now, you told us about your different age ranges, but give parents an idea.
What
can they expect?
We really like to focus on the younger kids. In the urban communities, inner city, like at-risk youth. To get them back on the right path. So a lot of first, second, third graders is where we focus a lot of our resources to in the schools. And then outside of the schools, it's a free-for-all. Our programs range for everything, but in the schools we mainly focus with the elementary schools.
Now, give viewers an idea. What's the vision? Like, so once students begin to participate in your program, what's overall? Where are they going after they participate?
After going through our program, we hope that they stay involved and take the things that they've learned and the experience they had and bring it back into the community themselves. And so it's just the main mission is to bring community together and bring a support system. It takes a village to raise a child.
Right.
And when you raise that child, you want them to create another village to raise the next generation. So it's mainly about rebuilding the communities.
Okay. So final words, what would you tell viewers about your program that make and attract them to you?
We're fighting really hard to make a change and to save a culture that's going down the wrong path.
Okay.
And if you know any youth that needs some guidance or direction, just send them our way.
Okay.
And we're partnering with Department of Parks and Recreations right now to bring more activities for these kids to do after school and during the weekends. Okay. Especially get them off those video games and TVs and things like that. So we're planning on building a skate plaza here in DC, bringing one, because they're all over the West Coast, but there are no skate plazas here. You see the kids skating on side of the streets and making their own makeshift facilities. We're trying to make a safe environment for those things. And so. All right.
That's our show. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Davis, for being on the show. To learn more about our guests, view the credits, and you can get a lot more information about these individuals by visiting their website, or as well as even calling them. Thank you.